But just for the AI moderation, but yeah, tons of channels are just getting clipped for really weird things like scam and copyright violations, where the AI is assuming that something they're doing is breaking copyright code or is a duplicate or a knockoff of something else, and it's just like, I've seen like 10 people, let's say, if not more, being like, yeah, nothing in my channel would even have the ability to be that, and the AI is misreading constantly and just axing them, and then when they appeal, they get an AI kickback, and you can like tell based on like the little
no humans involved, right?
Yeah, and as soon as they get a human, all of a sudden the problem goes away. I mean, they're sitting there having to raise a huge stink about it. And there are people that are like, hey, my father's in like intensive care for cancer or whatever it is, and you just cut off my revenue stream, like, at the most crucial time. Like, these people could, just a million different, even to that, up to that drastic point, kind of problems that could happen. Not to mention just, this shouldn't happen, period. Doesn't matter if I have every comfort in the world. This is ridiculous. Dude, I was kind of shocked to hear that it's just like yet another idiotic implementation of an indirect thing. It's the reason you can't put your faith in AI as some type of world savior, because it's not a force of nature. It's just the sum total of how well you tell something to do it, which is the same thing as anything.
Of course.
No
the illusion of intelligence
around on its own. It only does as nefarious a thing as you give it the ability to do. It's not nefarious in any other way.
Yeah, I think that's what people kind of...
It's a bad effect of wide-ranging.
Yeah. I think people get kind of confused that, like, AI is only as intelligent as the information that we give it, right? So that kind of stuff can only do what we're teaching it to do. And the issue with trying to detect AI using an AI is just... I mean, just saying it out loud is just a... it's just a...
I know. So
shit show of a thing. Like, it's just... I mean, it's... Come on. I mean... AI is so unreliable with everything anyway, and even the images and other things that they generate look like ass. And so, how can you trust them to be able to adequately see what is generated? Ass images. That's right. Yeah, it makes more sense, really, if you think about it. Because I mean, it's just one of those things. It's just so stupid, and it shouldn't be happening. It shouldn't be an AI-generated algorithmic scanning of everyone's YouTube to determine whether or not it's AI content. And then actually before the pre-show, Robert mentioned the whole thing in your YouTube settings where you have that option, like, is there any kind of like, I think it's like AI, AI generated or like modified content or whatever that you can hit yes or no. And it's among that list of things that, like, some people might not even know exist in your settings because you have to hit the extra menu and go down. I don't know if that would even help, right? I don't even know if that would help the situation, because maybe it's going to look over that. Does that just completely opt you out if you do that in a video? There's so many things that they probably don't even have answers to yet. They're probably like, oh, shit, we don't even know.
And of course, the amount of channels that have like, 230,000 subscribers plus. I mean, these aren't like just a bunch of knockoff channels that are sitting there just doing
it's big channels,
crappy content. They're like, I don't understand why I'm getting picked on. Like, these are just people doing regular, everyday, established format content. That's clear.
Have they actually been?
Nobody on their end is not getting paid to click on every single box on the upload, right?
Yeah. Are they actually just completely disappeared from existence, or is it like you've been given a warning sort of email? Or they literally just get gone?
Yeah, that's another thing that's kind of weird too, because I'm not even seeing the defense of like, hey, I know you've gotten on my case before, but this isn't that. It seems more like a one-time, like, that you've done this, therefore you're gone. Which I guess is actually a good thing to think about, because it doesn't quite make sense to me how they could just do that if the reason that the AI tells them that they're gone is because of 3 strikes or something. But I don't think there's millions with 3 strikes, and nobody's complaining like, this isn't the 4th time, or something. Like, no one's saying that. So it seems more like very like, we're just getting cut off at the knees, not resembling the charges at all. How does this keep happening, and why is it happening this wide of a
I think kind of the irony of it
Yeah, I mean, it's worse than the usual situation where you get that random copyright claim or something. And I mentioned on Twitter in the last few days, I used to have a Facebook page and a YouTube channel. And the Facebook for the company that I had before the S35 network, and it was because of what happened to that I created the S35 network. There was a Facebook page that covered film, gaming, and television, all three of them together. It was like a mini IGN. And the same for the YouTube channel. Facebook deleted, out of the blue, that Facebook page, and it had 5,000 followers, and the same on my YouTube channel as well. I had 10k followers on there. This was long before I met you guys. Yeeted, out of existence. Guess the reason what Facebook gave me for? Promoting weapons. I was reviewing film, gaming, and television, and they deleted it for promoting weapons. And I tried to contact them in regard to it, but just as you said, the whole thing is automated, not a single human being wants to talk to you. It's a case of, we made this decision, can you please fuck off? And I had to literally restart an entire company because of it. It's a dangerous world out there if you're a content creator, man. It really is. You're absolutely at the whim of everyone else. And part of me thinks that Second Wind really got it right. And they were like, you know what, fuck this shit, we're gone. If we fail, it's because of us, not because of some corporate conglomerate.
Yeah, but that kind of scenario only works when you have a pre-established fan base. When you already have a following. You can't do second wins and what's that other one with Colin Moriarty? Last Stand Media. That stuff doesn't happen without being. You can't just say, fuck it, I'm out, and make something if you don't already have a name.
This is true, yeah.
I was going to say the kind of ironic part is... Oh, yeah. Well, Escapist had an audience. The one Nick, whatever, main dude, he was with Gamimentary before he got to Escapist. And then they followed him there, and then they still had a falling out with one of the guys in Second Wind, and then that whole thing happened. But anywho, kind of back to what we were talking about with AI. I was going to say... Yeah, Frost. I would say the kind of irony behind it is that the AI accounts and YouTube channels and stuff, most of them are actually pretty small channels. Some of them are medium-sized channels, and they all fucking suck. And they have terrible like ratios, and they're not even that successful. Right. So it's kind of funny that this AI algorithm is taking down successful channels pretty much exclusively. And not actually going after the small, half-assed AI-generated fucking channels that I have literally come across, recently. I was looking at the Outer Worlds 2 reviews, and there was one that was a straight-up AI-voiced, AI-edited, just full-on thing. I think it used real gameplay, but it was, all AI thing. And I think their intro was AI. It was just... I was like, God, this is awful. I couldn't even listen to it. It was so bad. And, that's still going to exist for a long time, I'm sure. It just shows the flaws in something, so you can't automate everything. There's things that AI can do, and there's things AI can't. But if you don't teach it how to properly do it and give it very strict guidelines, and it's you can't just be like, all right, AI, I want you to detect AI. Go for it. Run. You know what I mean? No, that's not really... hey, go detect images that have, 8 fingers on one hand kind of shit. You know what I mean? It's you got to be very specific.